Today I'm looking at three red wines from Waiheke. The island is often known as the island of wine, has soils that are quite rich in clay, and so they have good water retaining properties and avoid the necessity for irrigation, which is a good thing. The wines tend to be big, bold, rich reds, which have a great textural quality, good richness, and flavour profiles that, for me, suggest vinous characters rather than fruity characters. So they're more winey than fruity. That sets them apart, I think, from similar red wines in other regions, like, for instance, Hawke's Bay. The three wines that we're tasting today are 2015 Motu wines, Motu. That's a blended red wine. And 2016 Tantalus wine, Écluse, another blended red. And finally, 2019 Passage Rock Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot. Hello and welcome. I'm Bob Campbell, and this is The Real Review. Today I'm tasting 2015 Motu, which is a rather handsome package. And Motu, I think the original name for Waiheke was Motu, it means the island. It's a blend, a Cabernet Sauvignon dominant blend with Merlot and Cabernet Franc. So a classic Bordeaux blend. Very attractive nose. This is a classic example of a wine showing vinosity rather than fruitiness. A classic example. Lovely bottle development. It's almost starting to go into that sort of beef tea Bovril character. Touch of forest floor, but underneath that there's dried fruit rather than fresh fruit. Tobacco leaf, dark berry, cedar wood, the Cabernet coming through there, new leather, dried herb flavours, quite a layering of attractive flavours on the finish. That's a lovely wine, and although it's got what 15, 5, 6, 7 years under its belt, will, I think, deliver even more quality in time. It's absolutely delicious. What would I have that? Roasted venison with redcurrant glaze was my choice for this. And you've got, once again, this starting to get this quite savoury characters emerging in the wine. I think they would contrast nicely with the redcurrant. Today I'm tasting 2016 Tantalus Reserve Écluse, which is a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot and Malbec. The original 8.3 hectare vineyard was planted in 1998, but the present owners didn't buy the property until 2013, and then they restored the vineyard, did quite a lot of work in the vineyard, replaced all the unproductive vines, built a new winery and a restaurant and a brewery. So this is a multifaceted operation. That's a lovely wine. It's showing quite a nice savoury character. There is evidence of berry and perhaps plum, but it's got some lovely baked earth and old leather. That's it. It's like getting into a Jaguar, an old Jaguar on a hot day. That lovely smell of leather. Quite a complex layered wine and brilliant drinking right now. It's looking terrific. I wouldn't hold on to this for a long time. have trouble restraining myself, I think. But it's just a delicious and food match for this. I've chosen beef ragu because it's got a similar savoury character, similar savouriness. Today I'm tasting 2019 Passage Rock Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot. Passage Rock claims to be Waiheke's most decorated winery. They've got an impressive tally of medal and trophy awards from local and international wine competitions. It was established in 1994, and they're on the eastern side of Waiheke, sitting above an estuary. It's quite a scenic little spot and a very good visit. It's always a test of wine strength as the aroma. And this has got quite an impressively pungent aroma. Oh, the Cabernet Sauvignon's really coming across with strength. We've got these, I'm getting cedar wood, blackcurrant, blackberry cassis, licorice, leather. So there's quite a lot of layers going on. It's definitely a very ripe, on the riper side of the spectrum. 2019 being, of course, an excellent vintage on the island, and it really shows it with this wine. The food match, what I've chosen is a pork and lamb cassoulet, which I enjoy in those rare adventures in the south of France. And Languedoc always go for the cassoulet there, and I can see it matching this wine absolutely beautifully. So, cheers. If you've enjoyed this, follow us and subscribe to The Real Review.